What's up, Sassy? It's your girl Sassy J, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, guys. It is time for another Love Island review. But before I get into the video, I'm just gonna ask you guys to give the video a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please like and subscribe. But anyways, let's get straight into this, guys. Hopefully I can make this a lot shorter because I've realized these videos are getting longer and longer, and I can't be doing that. Okay, I can't. But anyways, guys, so we met some of the families and friends today, and it's interesting because I feel like, I don't know. Let me start with Dejon and Meg's family. So obviously Meg's mom said to her, listen, and her sister, I think it was the sister that did most of the talking. She's like, do you know what? How do you feel about the Dejon thing? Because when Meg was saying like, Dejon does everything for me, and they were like, but we don't see this. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't see this. And all we've seen is how flirty he's been. And all we can see is how, it's like his speeches, they're not genuine. So they're basically trying to tell this girl as mildly as possible that we're not buying this situation with Dejon. We don't feel like Dejon is showing you the love that he should be showing you, or even the attention, and we don't think that he's genuine, even the way that he talks. Now, here's the thing. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder, because this is exactly how I feel when I see Dejon giving a speech. I just feel like it's blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I'm saying? But I am starting to wonder, is this just Dejon's personality? Is he just one of those people that just doesn't get over enthusiastic about things? Because, sometimes in the past I've been accused of, when people say to me, oh, I remember one time, I think it was my aunt that said to me, oh, I cooked something really nice and you're going to love this. It's going to taste so good. And when I came and I tried it and the food was good, but I just said, oh, it was all right. And I could never forget, she was so pissed because she was so excited for me to taste it. And my response was, oh, it was all right. But genuinely, the food was so good. But I'm just one of those people that I'll have my moments where I'm just overly enthusiastic. And there's sometimes I'm just like, yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm starting to wonder, is this his personality? Do you know what I'm saying? There's a good chance he might just be playing a game. And the way that he went about things was not correct. But, we also have to take that into consideration, whether that's actually just his genuine personality. Because, they said to him, like his mom and his sister said, you've been yourself, your genuine self. So maybe that's just him. Do you know what I'm saying? She did say that he was a little bit flirty. He was a little bit flirty, and she didn't know he was so flirty. Do you know what I'm saying? And they also cleared up the whole baby girl thing and say, it's something that's in our vocabulary. We all say it. And to be honest with you, I didn't make a big fuss of that, because I feel like I say stuff like that all the time. Even worse, I call people boo, I call them sugar, I call them honey, I call them darling. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're a random stranger, I'm like, you're right, darling. You're right, boo. So, and I say baby girl from time to time as well. So I don't know, guys, but I just feel like it made me think today, whether is it just his personality? Do you know what I'm saying? His mom and sister, though, did say to him, like, listen, these girls are not your friend. Yasmin, do you know what I mean? She called Yasmin's name specifically. And I'm going to be completely honest, because I'm not saying that Yasmin and him are best friends and they're whatever, but I'm going to be honest, apart from after the grafties, apart from that, when Yasmin went on a little bit of a tantrum thing where she was just slagging left, right, and center within that moment. And I think that was in response to the fact that they're saying that they were jealous of their relationship, which I can get it, because if somebody accused me of being jealous of Meg's and what's his name relationship, I would have been like, really? The relationship, that ship is sink. So why should I be jealous of a sinking ship? So I get how she responded and why she said the stuff that she said. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I'm not going to really hold it against her. But apart from that, I don't recall. And if I'm wrong, guys, just let me know if I'm wrong. But I don't recall Yasmin saying anything bad, really, about Dejon. I really don't. Unless I'm watching a different Love Island to everybody else, because I don't remember her slagging him off, apart from in that situation. Do you know what I'm saying? And apart from when he made the whole thing about the pasta, and she talked about it, and she didn't even slag him off, to be honest. So I really don't know, but you guys can correct me. But anyways, let's move on to Shakira and Harry's family and friends. Now, Harry's friend, Harry, I was just like, you're just making this up. Because he said to Harry that, oh, we could see that you and Helena was just a friendship thing. That's a lie. That's a lie. And then he goes and tells Helena that, we were saying that you would fit right in. Now, I don't know what they were talking about in their group, their friendship group or whatever, but I feel like that story went a bit like this. We like Helena. I could tell that Helena will fit right into us. So he's probably chosen somebody who his personality matches, they can have fun, and she can be with us, and she's going to gel right in. Now he's trying to change the narrative to the Shakira thing. This is what I think. It's my opinion. It might not be right. It might not be facts. But for him to say that we could see that was a friendship thing, don't do it. Don't do that. Don't do that. I will say that I loved how Shakira's mom stood on business though, because at the end of the day, she was like, no hugs for Harry. You know what I'm saying? And she told him right off the bat, no hugs. Do you know what I'm saying? And she told Shakira he needs to prove himself to you before he try to prove himself to me. Do you see what I'm saying? So she was not happy with the whole situation. And she thinks she has doubts. She doesn't believe the story that Harry is trying to push this narrative. Because why, with all of this, you know, for weeks after weeks, you became exclusive and now you change your mind. She doesn't trust it. And that's her daughter. That's her baby girl. So she's not going to trust that situation. You know what I'm saying? But I like the fact that she was just like, irks, because she wanted to know, listen, you might be able to slide with Shakira, but you ain't going to slide it easy with me. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that, but the way she did that, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, I feel like Harry's getting away too lightly. Even Connor's asking, like, how the hell is he doing it? Do you know, for me, I really thought that when Shakira heard him saying that if I want Shakira back, I can get her back like that. And the fact that Shakira just went straight back, I knew, don't get me wrong, I knew Shakira would go back. It's not whether or not she would, I knew she would go back. But I actually thought that she would have some level of resistance. Do you see what I'm saying? Without just handing it over into a platter. I expect that from Helena. I know it sounds bad and I do like Helena, or like Shakira as well, but I expect that behavior from Helena. However, I always felt like Shakira would not just, do you know what I mean? She would at least let him work for it, because she's always talked about her morals and how she's not this person to do this and not this person to do that. And I will say again, right back to square one, where they've always said that Helena accept this and she runs all the way back. Shakira is running back now. So you see how sometimes when we see people in situations, sometimes it's best not to talk about those situations, because we don't know how we would handle those situations if we were put into those situations. You see what I'm saying? Because now Shakira went straight back, no resistance. Harry did not have to work. He didn't have to do anything. And she went right back. Now, I will say that some part of me, there's a little bit of me that is questioning whether or not Shakira's feeling is genuine. Now, I feel like she might believe her feelings are genuine. Hear me out, let me land, right? Sometimes when you feel rejected, the rejection will make you feel like you want that person more than you actually do. Now, you don't realize that you don't actually want that person, because rejection will make you feel like you're in love. I'm telling you. It will make you feel like you're in love. And sometimes you don't realize that you don't actually love that person until you actually do get to be with that person. And then you realize, okay, I no longer feel rejected. Now I've got the person. Now I'm back on top. Now I'm good. Now it's like I've got one over on Helena, because I end up getting the guy. But now, I don't think I want him anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's the rejection. So now I'm wondering, is Shakira's feelings as genuine as she thinks they are? Because I genuinely think Shakira believes that her feelings that she's feeling is real. I believe she feels that she's feeling something genuine for him. But is she really? Or is it the rejection that created this emotion and make her feel that? Do you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I knew she was going to go back, because like I said, the heart always wins. But I would have wanted Shakira to show Helena how it's done, by not just jumping straight into Harry's arms. Do you know what I'm saying? Without him working, without him showing you that, listen, I am sorry. That little speech up there did nothing. That little speech did nothing. I feel like the bar is very low for us as women these days, because the way that Tony was like, you know, it took a lot for him. He's basically choosing his friends. He's turned away from his friends for you. And the speech, no, he needs to do more than that. I'm going to need you to do more than that. I'm going to go back. I know I'm going to go back because I have feelings for you, but I'm going to need you to do more than that. Do you know what I'm saying? That behavior I expected from Helena, because Helena, I don't know what's wrong with her. She just, I don't know. But I expected it from Helena to run back. But I didn't expect it from Shakira. I felt Shakira needed to let him work first before she went back. Because at the beginning, Shakira was like, I only give one chance and that's it. And she gave Harry, as he said, 2 free chances. So he thought that's why it was over between him and her. But now she's giving him another chance. But guess what? After such a big mess up, because I would have been here for Harry and Shakira had this happened a while back. Had Harry come back a while back, and I would have been here for it. I would have been here for Harry and Shakira to win. Because I actually like Shakira, believe it or not. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I know people think I don't like her. But for me personally, I do like her. But if I see something, I'm going to say it. I say it for both of them. But I liked Harry. So for me, I would have been okay for Harry and Shakira to win. But I can't respect Harry when he does things like this and waits for so long. Do you know what I'm saying? I just don't trust Harry, because even when Harry was crying yesterday when they were in the bedroom, don't think I didn't see you move your glasses away so that we could see that you was crying. Don't think that I didn't clock it. Clocked it? I clocked it indeed. I did. So for me, I'm just like, is he trying to put on a show? Do you know what I'm saying? Is he trying to put on a show? Now, his mum did say to him, listen, like, you know, the way you went about things were wrong. But at the end of the day, you were being yourself. He was crying because he said he felt like he was disappointing them. And I do understand, like he said to Dejon, like he felt like he didn't just lose Helena. He felt like he was losing everybody else. And I get why he felt that, because it almost looked like that's exactly what was happening. Do you know what I'm saying? But I think it's just a lot of people are kind of just like thrown by what happened. And sometimes people need time to process it. Now, his friend basically was saying to him, like, I didn't like how Dejon dealt with the situation, because friends normally, you know, they will defend you in public, but then they will have a go at you. And I understand where he's coming from, because he's been a friend of Harry for a long time. So to see that Dejon was just like, whoa, this Humber is confused. Like, why would you do that? But at the same time, you got to understand that we're not in the villa with them. And what Dejon is seeing, he's probably thinking, how the hell? Just like everybody else, like, how the hell? Do you see what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. Harry's mum, though, did say that Harry is a people pleaser. And I'm not surprised by that, because I've said it, that I feel like Harry would do, even with the Emma situation, I told you guys, I feel like even if he wasn't into it, he would continue just because he wants to try and keep people happy. But he always turns around and make people unhappy. Now, I think, realistically, right, there's a potential that he just went with the flow because everybody else wanted him to. And he just went with the flow because he's a people pleaser, right? That's what the mum said, right? So he went with the flow. But genuinely, he probably thought that Shakira was the one for him, right? And that's okay. That's okay, because at the end of the day, you know, sometimes you know. But for me, and that's why I'm happy that Shakira mum said, I don't think that's an excuse, because you're a grown-ass man. You're 30 years old. If you don't want to do something, don't matter who thinks you look good with Helena. If you do not want to do something, you don't do it. So for me, while I understand that logic, I'm sorry, it's just not a good enough excuse for me to go ahead with. And obviously, Shakira mum wasn't buying it either, to be honest with you. But they were saying to him, listen, you need to put some work in. You need to basically treat her like a princess. So let's see what's going to happen. I feel like they moved on really quickly. Very similar to how Helena and Harry moved on. And this is why I brought it up, because Helena was greatly criticized by a lot of people for that. Greatly. And I see online where people are saying, oh, you know, it's what goes around comes back around. It's 2 different things. That was weeks compared to 1 week. Right? And at the time, they weren't exclusive. They weren't boyfriends and girlfriends. And please do not try to take Harry out of the mix of the blame and blame Helena for what Helena and Harry got up to, because it takes 2 to tango. And at the end of the day, I feel like they were all in there for love, and that's fine. They could have done what they wanted to do. There was no wrong in it. And there's no wrong in Harry wanted to be with Shakira. The fact is how he went about it was completely wrong. So we need to stop making excuses for his behavior. Anyways, who else? So Cash's sister and brother went in, and Tony's mom and sister. I loved how Tony's mom pulled cash, and she basically gave him his flowers on behalf of her and Tony's dad as well. I thought that was so sweet. You could tell that they're happy with him, how he handled himself, you know, how he treated the situation with Tony. And she did say to Tony, like, listen, like, I didn't understand this Harrison situation, like, what the hell happened, you know? But at the end of the day, she's happy with Cash. But like I said, who wouldn't be happy with Cash? Cash is such an amazing person, character-wise, you know, and I feel like as long as he keeps going the way he's going, like, come on, you know. I feel like, low-key, the way it sounds like Tony is considering moving to London, I feel like she would probably blend in quite easily, because now she has Tony and Yasmin, which is two really good friends that she's formed in the villa at the moment, which is quite good, because I feel like they, you know, apart from the Love Island journey, they've got their friendships, you know. You have little friendships that's formed, but the little trios, they've been there. You know what I mean? I mean, at first, it was a bit rocky with the Yasmin situation, because I didn't like how she threw Yasmin under the bus. But that was early days, right? But then they grew really close, and, you know, they were there for each other, so we have to respect it. So she's going to come out of the villa with a good, decent man on her arms, but also two good friends as well. So let's see how it is. I will say, though, I feel like Shakira's always wanted Harry back. And even in this whole situation, Shakira tried to downplay it. So she will say her feelings to Harry, but then she tried to downplay it when she's in front of other people, and will say stuff like, well, I just don't know. Like, you know, he's confused me. It blows me. Like, you know, my feeling hasn't changed. And it, you know, when she was saying it hasn't changed, she weren't talking about the feelings for him. She was talking about the feelings that she doesn't feel like she trusts him or want to go back. That's what she was saying originally. But I feel like she was saying that because she was trying to feel out how the girls felt. You know, I feel like she wanted to go back, but she was also concerned about how people would see her. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously she presented herself as somebody who will not stand for any bullshit, will not be running back, And to put into context and to consider how Harry did her wrong, I can understand why she felt like that, because she's scared. She probably was thinking to herself, you know what? I don't want my friends to think I'm stupid. But now she's got the support of the girls. I feel like you can see where she leans into it a lot more. So she feels a lot more open to say things and say how she feels and stuff like that. But I don't know, boy. It just is what it is. We see where Helena is talking to Harry, and she said to him, listen, like, you're not considering my feelings. You're not being considerate because, you know, after the speech, you haven't even checked in with me. And you know what? I get it. I get it, because it's so hard. It is so hard to watch somebody you like crack on. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's not going to be easy for her, but I just want her to just put herself first and said, you know what? Everything happens for a reason, and we're just going to push forward. The same way Shakira tried to push forward. And to be honest, it makes more sense now, because if there's feelings there from Shakira, this is probably why she always was so intense about her emotions when she spoke about Helena and the stuff that she said about Helena, because obviously there was some kind of resentment and jealousy there because of the whole situation where, you know, she felt like Helena stole Harry. But let me tell you something about a man. A woman can never steal a man. A woman can never take a man if he does not want to be taken. And if you are watching the same Love Island I'm watching, then you will know that Harry did not hesitate. As a matter of fact, Harry was pushing himself towards Helena. So at the end of the day, you know, it's not, like I said, you can't blame Helena for that. But anyways, I cannot end this video without talking about the armpit gate, to be honest, because Harry and Shakira is talking, and he's like, is that me stiffing his armpit? Is that me or is that you? Do you know what I mean? No, I'm being funny, right? Harry, for somebody who likes to sniff armpits, he could smell that armpit kicking from a little while. Do you know what I'm saying? And while, you know, they try to style it off and whatever, and he said he probably would have hugged her anyways, regardless of her smelly armpit. What I don't get, and I don't know, guys, why is Shakira, please explain it to me, why is Shakira spraying deodorant under a smelly armpit? Because I know that's not going to help. I know that is not going to help. That will make situations worse. That is not going to help. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, y'all. She should have wiped that armpit first. Shakira, baby girl, you should have wiped the armpit first. Oh, the next thing I want to comment on, because I don't know if it's me or is it because I'm, you know what I mean? I'm a Jamaican, right? I really don't know. But the way I see these people talk cussing swear words in front of their parents, call them mum fool and cuss them. I know they're laughing around and joking around, but Me like, look a bit of teeth them when me having a my mouth. I've never cursed in front of my mom. Even if I'm cussing somebody out, I've never cursed in front of my mom. God forbid. Even when I am doing these videos and I feel like something slipped out 1 or 2 times, I'm like, shit. Even shit, I only just recently started to feel comfortable to say shit on my videos. And I need to cut it out because what is all this shit about? Like, I don't know. But anyways, it's because I know low-key, like, my nan hasn't watched it in a while. But for me, like, I don't feel comfortable swearing to my family, even if in a joke or whatever. Are you crazy? If I was to do that, being a Jamaican, they would have boxed out, I'll teach them out of my mom. I can't run them wrists there. I like my life. I love my life. I like my life. You know what I'm saying? But it's just funny how different, like, what I'll say, backgrounds, right? People kind of like feel comfortable to do certain things that I wouldn't feel comfortable to do. And a lot of Jamaicans wouldn't feel comfortable to do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of today's episode. But guys, I'm going to round it off right now. I'm going to say my goodbyes. I'm excited for the rest of the family to come in. Oh, what I will say, I forgot. So Shakira'S mom does not like Harry, but she likes Connor. Wink, wink. Connor might have a chance when it goes south with Shakira and Harry, because it will go south with Shakira and Harry. But whether it's going to be Shakira calling it quits or Harry calling it quits, I don't know, because I feel like there's a little pinky bincy part of me feels like when Shakira leaves and you're out of that environment, because you won't put up with some of the shit. Even Helena, as we see Helena taking up all of these things and putting up with all the stuff that she went through with Harry, like she got no damn sense. I don't believe she'd do that on the outside, you know. But when you're in such an enclosed environment, you see the person, everything's overwhelming. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like once they step outside, they're going to be outside. They're not going to be caring. Do you know what I'm saying? So Shakira might come out and start reflecting and be like, oh, hold up. What am I doing? So we just never know. We never know how it's going to go. But guys, I'm actually very excited for somebody for Helena to come out. I don't care who, but I feel like she needs this really nice warm hug tomorrow. And I just need it to happen. I need it to happen. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was watching, I'm like, why is her parents last? Like, you know what I mean? The last set. But is it because they're going to cause some kind of drama towards Harry? I really don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But let's see how it pans out tomorrow. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna round this off. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet thumbs up the video, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's review. But for now, keep it sassy, delicious.